These are the eight Beatitudes. They are thus called because they bring us happiness on earth as well as in heaven. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
The poor in spirit are those who, however, great their wealth, dignity, learning, etc., acknowledge that in God's sight they are poor and realize that their riches come from God. They are detached in heart and mind of worldly possessions for love of God. Even in this life they are at peace, a foretaste of heaven. Thus a rich man may in fact be poor in spirit if he is not attached to his wealth, but spends it freely for good causes and is willing to depart from it at God's will. On the other hand, a poor man is not truly poor in spirit if he is not resigned to his poverty, but envies the rich.
Blessed are the meek, for they shall possess the earth.
Unique are those who bear patiently all the contradictions of life, looking upon them as happening through God's will or by His permission. The meek shall have peace of heart and peace of life, loved and respected by all, and at that will possess the earth of the living heaven.
Blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
The reference is to spiritual sorrow, grief for sins, one's own sins, or the sins of others. It includes along and amidst the sorrows of life for the joys and peace of heaven. Mourning for sin is not sadness, for it is not incompatible with spiritual joy.
Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for justice, for they shall be satisfied.
Spiritual hunger and thirst is the craving for growth in holiness. It is a desire to be more pleasing to God and to make daily progress in doing His will. Even in this life, they shall taste the joy of divine consolations, and eventually, in heaven, they shall enjoy the full abundance of His heavenly bliss.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Now the merciful are those who practice the works of mercy, both the corporal and spiritual, who help others not for human or natural motives simply, but from supernatural ones, from faith and from love of God. Now we must remember that in doing the works of mercy, we must always be very sincere. Because if we do it for other things, like for recognition and for fame, these do not count for anything. Now to such people, Christ at the day of judgment will say, "Come, blessed of my Father, take possession of the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me to drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in." Now, this is from Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 to 35.
Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God.
Only those who are not in habitual sin are clean of heart and possess virtue. They will be rewarded with a vision of God in heaven, and on earth by the great light given them.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God.
Men who love peace and preserve it in themselves and among others are beloved by God. Now we should try to reconcile those who are not in good terms with each other. Now this is a superior virtue of the second beatitude, which is blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Blessed are they who suffer persecution for justice' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Those are blessed who suffer for Christ, religion, or some Christian virtue. They will receive an eternal reward. Those who faithfully observe the entire law of God and defend the cause of His church, procure His glory, and save souls. In this world, those who are active in preserving the rights of the church are often ridiculed and persecuted. Now these people, those who are persecuted and ridiculed, they will be especially blessed in the next life. Now, our Lord preached the 8 Beatitudes in the Sermon of the Mount. In this sermon, He taught something new to the world. Where people had always striven for riches, for honors, and for pleasures, Christ praised the poor, the humble, and the suffering. If you practice the doctrine of the 8 Beatitudes, we will find for ourselves perfect happiness here on earth and the life beyond. The Beatitude contain in substance the law of God and all evangelical purpose.